What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for tuning in. If it's your first time, all we really do here is run through every single stock that seems to be popular or hot each and every morning. So let's jump right into it. So first thing we'll look at is the stock CLOV, because it's just the first stock here on the screen that is somewhat important, which just changed. But anyways, so CLOV, so this is Clov. This is a healthcare related stock. They got some news. It's somewhat good news. You can go into the news section on Thinkorswim and read it, but long story short, they got approval in 10 states for maybe a new contracting model within the healthcare industry, and then also something about creating a national magazine. That's kind of fluffy. But either way, so CLOV stock is up. It had been recently, crashed, and now it's bouncing. So let me show you exactly where your resistance is at, exactly where your support's at, and a couple things you can expect to see from the stock. So first things first, let's delete the drawings we have, and then we'll redo it all for you. All right, first things first, 1 year, 1 day chart. We're gonna put a price level right here. All right, then we're gonna go to 180 day, 4 hour time frame, and we're gonna put a price level down here, and then we're also going to put one up there. So the way that you would view this is the price point of $8.40 is currently support. The price point of $8.87 is currently resistance because we're under it, and the price point of $9.49 is resistance because you can see that's where it stopped pre-market. That's exactly where our half deviation mark is at and our 50-day moving average. So to put it simply, this right now is support. So if in the event CLOV is meant to be a long stock in the day, it's meant to perform well, we anticipate that it doesn't go below this price point. If CLOV sells down, gets to 840, and then it breaks below and starts to trend downwards, then the stock is most likely done. So for the first time on the day, when CLOV gets down to about 840, so first 5 minutes, pretty much the first time price action decreases to that value, you're going to look to see if you can support the market and hold it and trade it back up on the day, and then hope to get back through 889. So again, if CLOV is meant to be a long, this is the dip, right? It ran up, it stopped all up here, and then it sold down. So it's up and then it sold down, and it's coming back to its trending support around 840. So that's where we're going to look for the dip by long on it today. And then, of course, the breakout play really happens through 887. And then you would push up towards maybe 950 resistance. I don't really see, maybe you see a move back up to 1060 on CLOV. But anyways, we're just looking for a dip support hold in 840 for right now on CLOV. Next thing we'll talk about that I like is GameStop. GameStop on the short. So we've been talking about GameStop endlessly. You guys know as well as I do. Just yesterday in the pre-market watch list, I said there's news that Ryan Cohen became CEO. It's doesn't even matter. The stock's probably going to sell down. So yesterday they pumped the stock up pre-market on news that a new CEO was coming in, and the pump pre-market was just used as an exit for people that have been holding the stock as it's going down. So to see it get pushed up pre-market and sold into that heavily yesterday tells me it's bearish. So I am looking for GameStop to go down to prices of about 155 to 146 overall. It might even hit 155 today. So either way, we're bearish GameStop, whether it breaks down fully today or it's tomorrow. We're going to be bearish GameStop overall. Price targets on the downside for right now are about 155 to 147. All right, next thing that we'll take a look at is CELC. All right, so CELC is a stock that jumped after hours, then it started picking up pre-market. Volume is picked up. It's becoming okay. So right now, the pre-market high, the after hours high at $25. The reason that we stopped at 25 was because of the 2 deviation mark on the 4 hour chart here. So you can see that green trend line is right at 25. So that's why we stopped at 25. Yesterday, stock pops, runs all the way up to 25. When it hits 25, it's really on long-term resistance. That's why it sold off. As it sold off, it pulled back, blah, blah, blah. Now it's bouncing up. You can see where it ended up jumping right here, this kind of break point, and all this running happened as it broke through its 1 deviation mark. So either way, we're on the way back up. As it gets to 25 for the first time, depending on how it looks, we might look to trade bearish or down. But the only problem with doing that is if it breaks through 25 or through its 2 deviation mark here, then we're looking at a breakout play that could very well take us all the way up to even 29. And before I give you say that, let's do this. Oh wow, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. So yeah, if it breaks 25, then at most we would look for a move up to about 30 to 29 on CELC today. So again, if we can break through 25, then the stock does have the potential to squeeze to about as high as 30. Once it gets to 30, then we would definitely look to trade bearish on the market here on CELC today. Okay. Next one we'll talk about is GLSI, only because GLSI had a pretty decent run again today pre-market. I know a couple people might be interested in it. But to put it simply, the at-most target on the day is probably about 76 to 78. So if you're going to be long and it does go long and it rips and it goes blah, 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 you'll probably see it at most about 76 to 79. And that's pretty much it. The last thing that we'll probably talk about is FSSI. This is just a random stock that jumped all the way up to 50, then traded sideways. We've been getting a lot of these random stocks that do this, and then all of a sudden they kind of pump up during the day and have these really big jumps. So if you want to involve yourself in potential super high risk volatile market, then this might be the one for you. But that's the only reason I'm mentioning it. Other than that, that's really pretty much all the stocks we're keeping an eye on. I know I went through that pretty quickly, but again, once you do this every single day, all day, every day, then you usually get pretty quick at looking at these things. So that's really the watch list. The last thing I'll say is Rice. So this is from yesterday. That's that stock that pumped up, went all the way to 15, blah, blah, blah. It's overbought right now. I feel like this is going to be getting sold into today. I feel as if it's not going to sell down and just break down right away. It's probably going to trade like a pain in the ass, but I do think it's going to be trading more negative. So, you know, that's pretty much today's watch list, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be following CELC, we're going to follow CLOV, and then probably continue watching GameStop more on the bearish side. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the watch list for you guys today. Everybody take care. Have a great rest of your day, or, well, I guess have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys come Monday morning.